This has been brought to you by the Sci-Fi Fantasy Network.
William Kircher, Buffer?
Biffer.
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 Biffer. See, I see that question last year.
Look, you hear in America it's Bifer. Hey, Bifer. Yes, Biffer. That's me.
You've had great success with this film. But tell me a little bit about your history, because I know you're from New Zealand, and I know...
I've been an actor for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I've had varying amounts over the years of a career of being famous and being not, which was great, because when you get something like a big film like The Hobbit, it doesn't go to your head, because you've got you're grounded, because you've been through that before, and you know fame is fleeting. Fame is not what it's all about.
Yeah.
Doing the work is what it's all about. Fame is nothing, unless it's worth money. Then it's worth it. So, quite honestly, you're much more grounded, and when you get a bit older. So it was very timely for me to not to be the honour of working with Peter Jackson. The honour, after watching all Lord of the Rings being made in New Zealand and being so proud of those films and not being in them, to get chosen to be in The Hobbit was an incredible moment. Couldn't believe it, that phone call. I was floating on a cloud for days after the phone call, because it came completely out of the blue. I didn't audition for the role. Yeah. I had auditioned, I didn't even remember this, about 6 months before for the Master of Lake Town. But I'd completely forgotten about it. And then I was looking for a job. I'd been producing on a documentary drama for about 14 months beforehand, and that contract had just run out. And next minute the phone rang, and it was just, we'd like to offer you the role.
Well, were you not nervous, because a lot of the roles that you had played were crime-based, policeman-type characters?
Yeah, I always, because I've got looks like this, I tend to play either murderers or policemen. Villains or policemen.
Or villains, yes. So that just took you on a great journey, and I know you've met a lot of nice guys along the way.
I have. That's one thing I have to say I love about conventions.
Yeah.
It is fantastic meeting your own heroes, and meeting actors that you've respected, growing up. And it's an opportunity to do that and to network. But HobbitCon, what a blast. I mean, you're here, the energy here is fantastic. It's
just the way that the fans seem to have... Then they don't seem to be oppressive or overly intrusive. They want to be seen with you, but you guys generally walk up to them and
that's what HobbitCon is all about. I mean, having done quite a lot, it's unique, HobbitCon. Just the whole experience of being in the hotel with the fans and being in close proximity. You're riding in the elevator with them. You're having breakfast. Yeah. It's very special. It's special for us, and it's special for them. Yeah. It's what we were saying on the stage yesterday. It is a family. It's a very familial feeling. Yeah. There's a lot of love in that room.
What's it like catching up with all the guys again?
Oh, that's fun. That's fun because so we didn't go to war together, but we did spend over a 3-year period, 4-year period, so much time together, sitting around suffering in those incredible costumes and incredible makeup. Yeah. And it's a shared bond, and now it's a brotherhood now. It's amazing. And everybody, because along the way we've all been doing other conventions around the world, but they all talk about coming to HobbitCon. Yeah.
You've obviously met a lot of other actors over time. Is there anyone that you did go starstruck over?
Oh, well, in The Hobbit, Ian McKellen. Yeah. What a brilliant actor. And I do say this a lot, but it's true. You never stop learning when you're an actor. You've got to always have the child in yourself. And you never stop learning. And the opportunity to observe and work with people of his, talent and experience is an amazing thing. And to be in close proximity to that, and to observe the way he works. Him and Martin Freeman, brilliant. What a brilliant actor. So both those guys, I was, pretty starstruck.
I can imagine you'd been quite nervous.
Oh, well, no, what happens is suddenly you're in a room and you're sitting and you're here just chatting. Yeah. We had a few golden moments. Oh, I'll tell you one that was amazing was when we first did the script read-through. We had a discussion and everybody was there. Peter Jackson was there, the writers, Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens, Ian McKellen, Martin Freeman, were all suddenly in a room reading through the script. But then we had a conversation about how we should pronounce the dragon's name. Like, so whether it should be Smaug or Smaug. And so we collectively decided that it should be Smaug because it's got a kind of, it actually sounds like it's more dangerous. But what a moment that you know that you're having, it's just a discussion in a room with people, but you know that down the line that's going to be something that's historical.
Like was in the history books,
And the other great one for that was that is when I thought about John Rhys Davies, because he'd done the voice for Treebeard as well as playing Gimli. And there was nobody really playing the troll. They hadn't actually decided who was going to play the three trolls at that stage, and other people read in for those roles. So I thought, right, I'm going to see if I can get an audition to play a troll. So I did, and I asked if I could audition for it, and they set up an audition with Philippa Boyens. And in that audition I did it a few different ways, but then I got that role. So I got to be... So Biffa doesn't say a lot in the film, but I get a voice in the film through that troll.
Fantastic.
Just
tell me quickly about your band, because I know you're...
Oh, California Dreamers. Very, very proud. It's actually my wife's. My wife is an amazing singer and very, very experienced, and she's trained around the world, and she mostly actually sings rock. But it's kind of her baby, actually, and it's a lot of four-part harmony. It's 4 singers and a guitarist, and we use backing tracks. But it's more of an act than just a band. We bring, it's a mid-60s to early 70s. That's the vibe. We always costume up. It's always a party on the stage and a party with the audience. I'm very proud of it. And we, as I said earlier, we played Hollywood for one ring at the American Legion Hall, right in the heart of Hollywood, about 5 weeks ago. And we were brilliant because there's always a certain amount of nervousness that for a show like that. We travel across the world for that show and we rehearse like crazy, but you never necessarily know how, because it's live music, so you never know how it's going to go down. But we rocked. I was so proud of us. We were so good. Singing harmony is a fantastic thing because you actually, it's like a teamwork thing. You have to always be listening to everybody. And it's quite dangerous.
I hear you're in a very nice house with a nice fountain.
We were in a house with a waterfall you could turn on and off, and a spa, and a swimming pool next to the spa. The house was a mansion, 5 bedrooms, Hollywood Hills, looked out over Hollywood. It was fantastic. Well, we lived like rock stars for like 7 days.
Living the dream.
Didn't quite throw the television in the swimming pool, but we did talk about it.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Fantasy Network.
Good to be here again.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, let's do it again sometime.